Hello everybody and welcome to another video. Today is a very important video, but today we're going to be talking about Multiversus. And if you don't know what Multiversus is, it's a platform fighter much like Super Smash Bros. But with WB characters. However, and slight possible spoilers for leaked characters, and that's because in the files of the game, 2 non-WB characters were discovered. And it is believed to be from a previous build of the game, where the company was pitching it to a different studio, Disney. These 2 characters were Hulk and WreckIt Ralph. Now, while I don't really think that those characters are coming in the game anymore, it is possible, technically. But today, I thought it would be fun to come up with an idea of what if the game was accepted by Disney, or even if that story is not completely true, what if they pitched it to Disney in some alternate world or whatever. So we're going to be talking about what characters would be in the game instead. Now, each of these characters is going to be based off of a pre-existing character in the game, either leaked or announced. The first set of characters I'll be showing are based off of the announced characters, and I will be saying which ones they are the equivalent to. However, for the characters that aren't announced, I won't be saying who they are based off of. Now, another thing, when it is possible, I will have used the art, the Disney Infinity art. Now, you might be wondering, why? And that is simply because one of the people who designed a lot of Disney Infinity characters is actually working on this game, and that's why their art styles are so similar. So, in this alternate world that I've created, this is probably what these characters would look like in Multiversus, or at least similar. Now, I will have a link to the character template I used in the description of the video, as well as a link to my Twitter and Twitch, if you want to follow those. Now, without further ado, let's actually start the video. I'm going to start with the 2 characters I've already mentioned, with Hulk and WreckIt Ralph. Here we have Hulk. Now, he would be a tank, horizontal, and he wouldn't be replacing anyone off of the roster because I am basing him off of the leaked version. Anyways, he would look like this, and he would have some variants I could think of were Red Hulk, Grey Hulk, and his World War Hulk appearance. Now, there's obviously a lot more appearances you could do, and as for his moveset, he could do things like rip rocks out of the ground and throw them, or use them on enemies, probably have some grab attacks, and of course just overall just very smashing attacks. We have WreckIt Ralph, which, once again, not replacing anyone, would be a tank horizontal, once again, obviously from the film WreckIt Ralph, and his variants would be, one of his variants would be based off of his Hero's Duties appearance in the film, as well as the 8-bit version and the heart necklace. I couldn't really get a good image of the necklace on him, so that's the best I could do. He would have certain abilities like cherry bombs and slamming the ground, etc. So kind of similar in Hulk. Now, next we have SpiderMan, which would be a bruiser hybrid. Now, he would be replacing Batman in the game. Now, sorry about the lower quality on this image. I don't know what I did wrong with it, but for some reason it's very pixelated, so apologies on that. But his variants are as follows: Black Suit Spider-Man, his symbiote suit, Miles Morales, and Spider-Gwen. Obviously, Spider-Man has existed for such a long time, there's a lot of different costumes and stuff you could have for him. Now, as for his moveset, he would probably have things like web attacks and web bombs, and you could do probably swing attacks. And I assume that he would probably be pretty good at dodging and such. Next, we have Thor, a tank hybrid, also from Marvel Comics. And his variants would be his chainmail sleeve appearance, helmetless appearance, and even a Jane Foster appearance. Now, obviously, there's, once again, a bunch more appearances you could do. These are just a few examples. Other than that, his moveset, he could probably throw his hammer, shoot lightning, probably call lightning down, similar to Pikachu in Smash Bros. And he could probably also spin his hammer around and such as well. Also, forgot to mention, Thor would be replacing Superman. Not for any particular reason, I just am replacing him with that. Anyways, next we have Captain America, who would be replacing Wonder Woman, mainly because of the shield. Now, he would be a tank horizontal from Marvel Comics. His variants would include a Civil War appearance, a World War II appearance, and his Winter Soldier appearance. Now, I thought about doing a Sam Wilson appearance, but I thought really he could be his own character with the flight and such, so maybe he would be added at some point. He's not currently on this list, but that's why he's not a variant. Now, he would be kind of similar to how Wonder Woman plays, where he could block enemy attacks and give increased defense to friends. He could also throw his shield, and much more. Next, we have Deadpool, who would be replacing Harley Quinn. Main reason for him replacing Harley Quinn is just the fact that it seems like DC basically wants to make Harley Quinn their Deadpool. So, he would be an assassin, vertical, and is from Marvel Comics. Also, I highly doubt if the game was made by Disney that the assassin class type would be called that, but I'm just, for simplicity's sake, keeping it like that for this video. His variants would include a X-Force appearance, an X-Men appearance, and his symbiote Back in Black appearance, as well as some others. Also, if you noticed on the right side, you can see that appearance is actually a fan-made figure for what he would look like in Disney Infinity. I'll have a link to that in the description as well. He obviously would have sword attacks, and he could probably fire his guns, probably do some uppercut, swings, and other types of attacks like that. Next is Baymax from the film Big Hero 6. Also, it's kind of a Marvel Comics character, but this version of him in this game would be primarily based on the film, although you could probably get some appearances from his comics. Now, he would be a tank hybrid, and his variants would include his early gray appearance in the film. That is his Kingdom Hearts 3 bad evil appearance. And then his third variant would be his stealth suit from the Big Hero 6 show. Obviously, there's some others you could do as well. Now, he could have different kinds of attacks, like launching his fist, his rocket fist. And I think he would have some similar attacks to, like, Superman, where he could, like, fly and intercept enemies and slam them around and such. Next, we have a character that I'm sure you expected, and that is Mickey Mouse. He would be replacing Bugs Bunny, and would be a mage horizontal. Now, his variants would include a Steamboat Willie appearance, Sorcerer's Apprentice appearance, and his classic black and white appearance. Obviously, there's a whole bunch of appearances he could have as well, but other than that, he would kind of play similar to how Bugs does, in the sense that he just has like random like weapons and stuff from all his different animated appearances. Definitely wouldn't have a rocket or burrow under the ground, though. I don't really have many ideas on what he could play like, though. Next, we have Stitch. Stitch would be replacing the Tasmanian Devil, and would also include some of those same biting attacks. Of course, he would be a bruiser horizontal from the film Lilo and Stitch. His variants would include his red spacesuit, his clone, Leroy, his superhero appearance, and probably some others. He would also have those plasma guns or whatever they are in the film, and could roll up into a ball. Probably be kind of like how Sonic's ball form is. As well as that, he's very strong. So, probably some very physical attacks. Anyways, next we have Minnie Mouse, who would be replacing Velma. Why, you might ask? Well, I don't know. I couldn't really think of anyone to replace Velma, so this is what we're getting. And because Minnie kind of had to be in the game, but she would be a support horizontal. Her variants would include her more classic appearance, her black and white classic appearance, and her pink appearance. As for attacks, I really couldn't think of anything once again. So, anyways, here is Mulan. She would be an assassin horizontal, and she would be replacing Finn from Adventure Time. Her appearances would be that appearance in the bottom left. Don't remember what it's called. Her army appearance, and her armored army appearance. Anyways, next we have... Now, real quick, I just want to go over what characters can be in this game, because I forgot to actually do that, as well as why specific characters were chosen. Basically, any character that Disney owns can be in this game, whether it be classic animation, new animation, live action, Star Wars, Pixar, Marvel, Lucasfilm, Fox, Disney TV shows, whatever. Anything that they own can be in this, and anything they decide to purchase can also be in this game. So whatever company they buy next would also be included in this game eventually. Now, as for why specific characters were chosen for this list, first off, there's 3 different reasons. 1, Spider-Man, for example, was chosen for a few different reasons. Marvel is basically your DC equivalent, and Batman is DC's most popular character. Spider-Man is Marvel's most popular character, as well as I thought the webs would be a good replacement for Batman's gadgets and such. So, that's one of the types of reasoning. Another reasoning is just because I think it would be cool, or as well as just what I think Disney themselves would want to have in the game. So with characters like Mickey Mouse, obviously that character needed to be in the game. So now that I've gone over that, I will go to the next character, which is actually why I mentioned all this now, and that character is Homer Simpson. He would be a bruiser horizontal and would be replacing none other than Shaggy. Essentially, I just think that it would be very funny to have Homer doing all the Super Saiyan stuff like Shaggy. Instead of pulling a sandwich out of the ground, he would just pull a donut out of the ground. And basically, he would have almost the exact same attacks other than that. Now, his variants I have here included are the Gorilla Homer, Bowling Homer, and Astronaut Homer. Obviously, with how many episodes of The Simpsons there are, there's infinite amount of Homers that you could give variants to. But next, we have Itchy and Scratchy, which would be a replacement for Tom and Jerry. They would be a mage horizontal. Included would be the robots version of them, which I'm sure that Itchy would have to be shrunk down probably. Scratchy could have a Sorcerer Mickey outfit from that episode. And, of course, Steamboat versions of them would also be available. They'd play basically the exact same as Tom and Jerry. Maybe a little more bloody. I don't know if Disney would be okay with that, but if they were, probably. Next, we have Elastigirl, which would be a mage hybrid, and would be replacing Jake the dog. It visually wouldn't act in the same way as Jake does, wouldn't look like a car and stuff, probably, but would have similar attacks and moves. Her variants would include her Elastigirl outfit from the second film, as well as from the first film, as well as her civilian clothes. Next is Kim Possible, which would be a bruiser vertical, and she would be replacing Garnet from Steven Universe. Basically, won't play anything like Garnet, because etc. Anyways, she would have a grappling hook, just like Batman, probably used in the same way, and basically what you'd expect, just ninja-esque moves. She would have a normal school outfit, her purple outfit, and the battlesuit outfit. Next, we have Owl House. Not any specific character, just someone from the show. Haven't seen the show, so I don't really know anything about it, but one of the characters from that would be in this, and they would be replacing Steven Universe. I just couldn't think of anyone from the show, because I haven't seen it, so I wouldn't know exactly what they do. Next, we have our first Star Wars character, Darth Vader, who would be replacing Arya Stark, and he would be an assassin horizontal. Included outfits as well would be the Red Eyes Vader, Star Wars Infinity's White Vader, and your Dark Side Anakin. Many moves would his move. He could do Force Choke, throw his lightsaber, Force Slam, etc. I feel like that kind of stuff. He could probably also get skins based off of just maybe normal Anakin, not Sith Anakin, but maybe not. I don't know. Now, the remaining characters are based off of characters that have not been announced yet. So I'm not going to be mentioning what exactly those are, and we're going to play a fun game where, in the comments below, you're going to guess who these characters are replacing. So, first off, we have Daredevil, who would be a bruiser horizontal, and included would be his comic outfit, as well as his black outfit from the comics, and then his yellow classic outfit. Also, this character is a custom Disney Infinity model, so I'll have a link to that creator in the description below. Next, we have Donald Duck. Now, I thought about making this character just normal, and then I realized how much better it could be if you made it Kingdom Hearts based. I don't think this would happen at all if he was added to this game. I'd like to say that. But in this world that I've made up, he's going to be a mage. More literally mage, like Kingdom Hearts. So included outfits would be his Kingdom Hearts design, his castle sorcerer design, as well as his classic black and white design. On top of this, his moveset would be based off of the magic abilities from the Kingdom Hearts series, thunder, fire, etc. Next, we have Goofy, which is also would be based off of Kingdom Hearts, because I thought it'd be good to have another tank, and he was the main reason Donald also got made into his Kingdom Hearts version, basically. So he'd use his shield. He'd be kind of similar to Captain America with that. Included variants would be his Kingdom Hearts design, his Kingdom Heart Knight design, and his classic black and white design, which, fun fact, originally, in this black and white design, he was known as Dippy Dog. Now, if you can figure out who any of those past three characters are, comment it below, and maybe I'll tell you if you're right. Next, we have Buzz Lightyear, and he would be a bruiser hybrid. his variants would be based off of his appearances, obviously. But his first appearance is his Lightyear human form, non-toy. Then his gravity belt outfit, and then his glow-in-the-dark outfit. He would have his laser, he could fly, probably have his karate chop action. Then, next, we have Rey, who would be an assassin horizontal. Her variants would include her Rey Skywalker appearance with her yellow lightsaber, her Last Jedi appearance, and her Rise of Skywalker appearance. And she would basically play how you'd expect. She'd have her lightsaber style that she does in the films. Anyways, also, she would probably also have like a mind trick ability or something. Next, we have Kylo Ren. He would be an assassin horizontal. His variants would include his Rise of Skywalker appearance, his Last Jedi appearance, and his capeless Last Jedi appearance. He would also have some sort of freezing ability, I'm sure. He'd be a very aggressive type character. But next, we have the Mandalorian himself. He would be a tank horizontal, and you may have noticed Baby Yoda is there. I don't know if he could be included in the moveset somehow. It'd be cool if he was. But his variants would include his non-Beskar armor, and really, I had to just kind of come up with some random ones. And so then I found these cool Ronin figures that they have for sale. And so you have his non-Beskar Ronin outfit and his Beskar Ronin outfit. And those are really cool. I like both of those. So that's two of his outfits. He'd have both of his guns, his whistling birds, and other stuff. Next, we have Jack Sparrow, who is an assassin horizontal from the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. Now, his outfits would include his hatless outfit, his jacket and hatless outfit, as well as his skeleton outfit. He would use his blunderbuss gun, as well as his sword and such, to attack his enemies. And next, we have... Now, I have to mention what this one is based off of, because I just think it's really freaking funny. And this next character is based off of LeBron James, who is a really funny choice, I think, for the game in the first place. But I took it a little bit further, because I thought, who plays sports in the Disney universe of films? And I couldn't figure it out. And then I realized, Air Bud. So, yeah. Buddy from the hit film Air Bud would be a mage hybrid, and his variants would just be his different football, soccer, volleyball uniforms. I think this would just be a really funny character. I do not in any way think that this character would ever in a million years be in a game like this, but if he was, I think it'd be great. So next, we have Indiana Jones. And this character is based off of, would be replacing a character that I'm sure you wouldn't expect to be in the game at all, and I honestly couldn't think of anyone, so this is just a random pick. And that is, I'm going to tell you that, so spoilers, Ted Lasso. Don't know why he's coming to the game, but I just picked Indiana Jones because I thought he should be in the game. And he didn't really fit under any other characters, so he went under this guy. So, Bruiser, horizontal, Indiana Jones. He would have a jacketless appearance, his teacher appearance, as well as his white tux. Now, he would use his whip, and I'm sure he could use it similarly to Wonder Woman's grab his partner and help them, and other stuff. So, next we have Chernabog, who I'm sure you can figure out who he's replacing. And I don't have any outfits set up for him because I really No, they'd probably just have to be original. He would be a tank hybrid. And he could probably fly. He'd be very, very, very big in this game. So, yeah. Next, we have Jack Skellington, who would be a mage hybrid from the Nightmare Before Christmas film. His variants would include Sandy Claus, his Pumpkin King appearance, and his Christmas Town Snowman appearance. I think he'd be really fun to use. He could do all sorts of stuff. Sling bags around, Christmas bags, like Santa's bag around with his attacks and other stuff like that. And that is going to be it for this video. This is 30 characters. Well, 29 actually, because the final 30th character would be Rain Dog, because he's not really from a franchise, so they could just say he's from Monsters Inc. or some other random world. Now, I have 30 other characters. Don't know why the mic cracked. I have 30 other characters planned already for this video. And this video is already very, very, very long. So if you want to see a second video, let me know and I can make that with all of those characters. Now, also, of course, right now you probably seeing in the background some Multiversus gameplay. You can see Trophy's Edge. This area would also have relics from Disney characters. So your statue would be replaced, your horn would be replaced, etc. This took a very, very, very long time to make. I spent over 8 hours, not 8 hours, around 6 hours, creating all of the images using templates and just searching for images and then photoshopping them and adding them all together and just trying to come up with the ideas themselves. And then, of course, actually editing this video and recording the audio has taken me 2 or 3 hours. So overall, this video took me close to 16 hours to create. So I hope that people enjoy it. Now, if you did enjoy it, go ahead and like the video, subscribe, follow me on Twitter, follow me on Twitch, and check out some of my other videos. So I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.